I'm here at the hospital waiting for my wife. She needed to go in and get her hand looked at. My lighting is not exactly the best. I'm in the parking garage with light coming in from two sides, so it's not the best. See if we get any takers. It's like fishing, right? See how many people you get in here. During the day, it's going to be more of a challenge with everybody working. I think, any rate. Well, playing with a smock that I modified and put these aluminum grips on. Spyderco smock. And it works pretty good. The only problem I'm having is where the button is not in a great location, so I keep hitting it. And the problem too is, well, it's not a problem. It's sharp as crap. That's the other thing. I'm about ready to cut myself. But it works pretty good. It's not the best. I tried to put skiff bearings in it and it wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't open and close. It was just too tight for it. The detent's holding really good. I took the one, well, when I bought the knife used, the one ball was out of it, so one of the detent balls. It comes with a double detent if I remember correctly, but it's sharp. It's wickedly sharp. So it's a badass little knife. Now we got one person in here. Welcome to the chat. We're just sitting here in the car, flipping a Spyderco smock, waiting for my wife to get out from the orthopedic person. They're working on her hand. I did a modification on this and it's not cooperating with me. It feels loosey-goosey sometimes, and then sometimes it holds up pretty good. Got 3 folks in here. Don't hesitate to say something. I assume that I'll be able to see the chat. I'm still yet to figure all this out. Well, 3 came and 3 went. They're gone already. Bye-bye. Adios. See ya. Ciao, bambino. It's funny shit. I don't care who you are. At any rate, I'm not going to stay on here but about 5 minutes if nobody shows up. There we got a person coming in. I'm sitting in the car waiting on my wife. Who shall she be that's in this chat? Say something. Let me know that you're there. Let me know where you're from. What's your deal, O'Neill? I don't want to learn more about the chat. I assume it's going to show up here at the top or someplace. If you can just say hi, it would be appreciated. Let me know that you can see and hear me. Maybe I'm not doing this exactly right or something. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure this live out on the phone. I'm much better at it in the studio at the house. Somebody say hello and let me see if the chat's working. That would be great. I don't know if I know how to do this or not. I got 3 folks in here. Good afternoon. My name's Jim if you haven't been here before. We talk about pew-pews and knives and cooking and all kind of stuff we do. My channel has got a live stream every Sunday at 4:45 p.m. and you should come check us out and see what we do. For whatever reason, I'm not seeing the chat. I don't have any clue how to fix to see it. If you guys aren't saying anything, then it's probably the reason why. Any of the regulars show up in here, I know you'll say something and get it fired up and going for me. But we're sitting here and just killing time, basically. Then we got to go see my dad in the nursing home. That should be interesting. He's 87. I'm 65 as of the 18th. I guess nobody's going to say anything. I keep getting people in and out of here, but nobody said anything in the chat. It'd be awesome if you said hello or where you're from. Let me know that you're in here or something. It would be appreciated. immensely. I don't know what to do otherwise to get somebody to say something. I don't know what buttons to hit. I could start a poll. I don't need to do that. Let's see what this says. Share. I don't need to do that. Produce. Highlight saved to change your... I don't know what the hell all that is. Shit, guys. Somebody say something. See if the chat comes up, because I damn sure can't see it. If it's here, I don't have any idea how to see it or anything else. Let me see here. See all messages visible. Let's see here. Hide all chats. All messages visible. Well, that's what I want. So nobody's talking, I guess. Bunch of scaredy cats. Won't say nothing. Any of the regulars get in here, I know they'll chat away. I'll play this back later and see if anybody says anything, but I damn sure can't see it on this little screen. I'm getting notifications of stuff, but no chat-a-mingo. So anyway, if nobody knows who I am, I'm Jim. We have a channel called Dugan Stuff and Things. I'd like for you guys to come check us out. We do pew pew stuff, knife stuff. We do all kind of crap. Trying to grow the channel a little bit. We get to 1,000 people, we're going to start having a little bit more flexibility. We're about 100 and some change away from that. But we'll get it done at some point and get up there with the big boys, hopefully, and have some subscriber counts that are a little larger than what they are now. This is a smock that I modified, Spyderco, if y'all are wondering what I'm flipping. And this knife is sharp as crap. I mean, sharp as crap as can be. I'm so afraid I'm going to cut myself with it. I changed the handles on it, put these aluminum ones on. I didn't put the clip back on for some reason. I don't remember why exactly. But I didn't. And it's not lined up for shit either. I'm not sure how to fix that. I mean, I know how to go about fixing it, but I'm not sure I can fix it. Not sure it will let me. It's not being cooperative. Well, if y'all are chatting, I sure can't see it. If somebody can say hey or teach me how to do it, that would be great. Go back over here again and see what I'm doing wrong, maybe. Top chat. Some messages such... I understand what all that means. Chat viewing options. Hide all chat messages. All messages are visible. That's what I want, all messages visible. I guess y'all aren't chatting. Maybe nobody in here speaks English. Al Chatteroonie. Type away, say hello. Say where you're from, something. Am I missing something here, guys? Maybe you ought to go watch a YouTube video on how to do this, right? Probably would be the smart thing to do. Highlight saved to your channel as on the list. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's going on. I'm a dumbass. Well, I can't interact with you guys if you're not chatting. I guess I'll just sit here and hum, or look at the traffic go by on the interstate over there. It's Interstate 95. Hundreds of thousands of cars go by there every day. It's craziness. Anybody gonna say anything and say howdy? Or am I just not seeing the chat? Which is probably more like it. Make sure the car's in park. Have my foot on the brake. Well, if new people or anybody's in here, my name's Jim. Dugan Stuff and Things is the channel. We do pew pew stuff, knife stuff. We're going to be doing a few other things out of the box. I don't exactly have this one working correctly. She gets loose and doesn't want to stay tight. Sometimes it doesn't lock up, but it's because I'm riding the button. The button stands real proud, as you can see. It's down when it's not engaged, but it wants to come up real proud when you activate the knife, and I ride it almost like a liner lock. Not a liner lock, a frame lock, and it gives me a fit deploying it. But it's a sharp knife for sure. Some things I got coming up on the channel is we're going to make some knife cases out of cigar boxes. We're going to be, oh, there's somebody. There's AZ. Hey, man, I thought my whole damn thing wasn't working. Nobody said a word in the text. I've had a ton of people in and out. Appreciate you coming in and saying at least it's working. I been talking to myself for almost 11 minutes. Glad to see you. Hope your morning's going well as well. No pun intended. We are at the hospital waiting on my wife to come out from getting her hand looked at. It's actually one of the medical buildings where the orthopedic guys are, and she's getting her 2-week follow-up done where she broke her hand. You ought to check out the show on Sunday. It's going to be hopefully interesting. If I can come up with what I want to do, I'm working on a EDC bag show is what I'm doing. There's Betty. I asked about you yesterday. I did a small live and was wondering where you've been. Loud and clear, man. Well, I appreciate that. Betty, I hope you're doing okay, hon. I haven't seen you in some of the, well, to be honest with you, I've been going to bed so early, I haven't been in anybody's live stream very much. I caught the tail end of Bees last Friday, and that's the last one I really caught. So, I don't know, I just go to bed early because I get to hurting. Take enough pain medicine and knock my ass out, and I go to sleep. Well, there we got one like. I appreciate it. I did a live yesterday, Betty, just for FYI, and I was really surprised. I was only on there 20 minutes and picked up 4 new subscribers by doing the live vertically. So that was a big kick in the ass. I'm up to 885, which if I can get to that 1,000, I can do a lot more for the channel. That's my big thing. I'm me. If you get in here and look at this live, your package is going out today. I got it all bundled up and ready to go. My new stickers showed up. Doing good. I know what you mean about pain. Yeah, my wife is really struggling too. You know, I hate to call it pain, but in my case, the discomfort level is so bad, I can't stay in bed. I got to get up. If I lay down, it just compounds the hell out of my arm being sore from the Parkinson's. There's Robbo, man. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Trying to get some subscribers going, doing some of these verticals. Yeah, and I go to bed early, Betty. I'm taking my meds around 3:30, 4 o'clock to get comfortable. And then I try to watch a movie or YouTube or something until I fall asleep. And then I got to rewind it to find out what I missed usually. But sometimes I catch it in time and I'm able to shut it off and start back where I was at. I made a big list of movies on the different shows that our networks were paying for to try to utilize them. If I'm not going to utilize them, I'm going to start deleting stuff. So I've been doing that here in the last couple of nights. I did reach out to Gons yesterday. I'm going to try to get him to do the live with me. And I had to bail on him. I texted him. He gets off at 5. And I don't know if that's Eastern time or not. You guys might know. But I had to go to a care plan meeting yesterday for my dad. So I had to bail on him. But we're going to try to do something together, I hope. All you new guys that might be in here, check out my channel on Sundays. We have a live stream at 4:45. He's Eastern time. Okay, cool. Appreciate the heads up. I had shoulder surgery 6 weeks ago and still, oh my God, I bet you are. No, wait, I may be thinking of Fuchs. Hell, I don't know. Well, hell, I don't know either, man. I should know by now. I know Betty's in Eastern time, and never did figure out what Todd Carr's time was. I know that he's in Canada, but I'm not sure exactly what time zone he's in Canada. I sent his package out about a week and a half ago. He got some of the old labels and stuff, and me will get the advantage of the new stuff that just arrived. There's a text from the gun shop I do the web pages for. Hey Jim, email blast a box of 9mm Black Hill ammunition with any purchase. Well, that's pretty cool. That's not too bad. He sent a couple attachments. Whew! I think I almost lost you guys by screwing around with buttons. I better stop. My God. This little phone deal is a challenge because it's so small. He keeps sending attachments. Jesus Christ. Man, he's going to mess my stream up. I know he's not watching me. And the Bluetooth is going through the car. And I guess I should have shut the car off, but my car has built-in internet and it makes the signal stronger. So my phone connects to the car and the car transmits and receives, which is pretty neat, to say the least. But no, what I meant, Betty, I don't know. I'm me. Yeah, I am. Never mind. I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself. Never mind. At any rate, I am getting closer to 1,000, guys. Anything that you can do to help me get along up there and get some stuff going. This smock does not want to lock up because I keep riding that damn button. But when it does, it's solid as a rock. Up and down, back and forth. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I just ride the button when I'm opening it. It's the problem. So it's me. I'm breaking up with you. It's me, it's not you. That's why I like my other knives a little better. Although this is a fantastic knife. We got 8 people in here. Welcome to anybody that's new. Doing a little live stream vertical here to get some things going. I need to find your calling card so I can leave it in a restroom somewhere. That's a smock is definitely a looker. I may have already done it. I love this thing. I put these scales on here. If I hold it just right, it deploys the way it should. And like I said, you look at that blade, I mean, it's sharp as crap. It's not centered though. I mean, it's off quite a bit to the show side. I think that's a better angle y'all can see. But it still functions. Drives me crazy that it's not exactly centered. But it's a good knife. We got some things coming up. Betty, I'm going to do a EDC bag that deals with people with chronic pain and stuff they need to carry with them in terms of just what they may need due to their certain illnesses and so forth. I leave my friends' business cards and stuff on tops of urinals and advertise for them. You know, I'd be willing to bet you'd be surprised that probably is effective. I have to self-cath, so I don't see a urinal. It's an ordeal for me to go to the restroom in public, so I generally avoid that at all costs. So I would never see it, but you'd have to leave it, whether in the commercial toilets, they don't have things on the back. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good episode. The thing I want to talk about, Betty, with the making of the bag is, like, I live in Florida, and you're not allowed to carry any of your prescription drugs around without the bottle, which is bullshit. Total bullshit as far as I'm concerned. Because if you lose the whole bottle, you're screwed and you can't replace it, especially if it's pain medicine, which I don't take anything but gabapentin at this point. But let's just say, for an example, you take your bottle and you lose it, you're screwed. I take a aluminum pill bottle and I put 3 or 4 in it for emergencies. Well, what I came up with is I'm going to start taking a picture of that prescription bottle. So if I do get stopped by the police and it turns into a situation, which is not very likely, but let's say it does, I can at least identify and show them what it belongs to. And if they don't take that for gospel, screw them, because, you know, you got to survive, right? So, you know, I got to carry catheters, I got to carry lube, I got to carry gloves, I got to carry my medicine. You know, I want a pair of small scissors in there, tweezers, knife, of course, maybe a pry bar, so on and so forth. I need to carry a little bit of candy in case my sugar gets low. And then on the rare occasion that I need insulin while I'm out, I generally preload needles instead of taking the bottles. So that becomes a situation. You know, they see that. And then I heard from somebody, I don't know if it's true or not, it was in the stream last Sunday, I think, that they stopped selling insulin over the counter, which is something I was not aware of. The gabapentin is a miracle worker, but the thing for me, I'm taking 2, and I don't know how many milligrams they are. They're not knocking the pain out for me at night, at least not very quickly. If I take them about 2 hours before I go to bed with a couple Tylenol, they're fine. But I'm going to do something I wish I never had to do. I'm going to break down and go to a pain management doctor. Excuse me. Robbo, it used to knock me out at that point as well, that I could take 2 of those and I would just sleep great. But the Parkinson's progressed to the point that the pain in the arm is it's not cutting it. So, and the neurologist won't deal with the pain. That's not his problem, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I've got to engage another doctor, which I really was hoping not to do. My primary doesn't want to deal with it. So the only thing I know to do is go to the pain doctor. My wife has been going to one for 15 years with her back surgeries that she's had and everything else. And with her breaking her hand, the ER doctor had prescribed extra medicine for her, and they wouldn't fill it at the Walgreens. And it took her 2 weeks fighting with them, getting the pain doctor involved, and all the other crap that went along with it to make them finally fill it. And she's beside herself because she's been absolutely miserable the last 4 or 5 days because she just got it filled, I think, yesterday. Doesn't get rid of the pain, but it made me dull enough for me to walk and sleep. Yes. I amped up my dose. I've only got enough prescription to take 2 a day. There are days that I get up in the morning and take 1 just to get the day going. Like today's gonna be a busy day. We're going from here to the hospital with the wife. We're going, after she's done here at the hospital, to my dad at the nursing home for an hour or 2. Then I've got a meeting at 3 o'clock I've got to attend. So today's going to wear me out, basically. And, you know, that doesn't sound like much for a 65-year-old, but when you're dealing with Parkinson's and you feel like you're sitting on a surfboard in the middle of the ocean and you're doing this all day long with no rails or anything to hang on to, and trying to coordinate your life, cutting vegetables or doing anything, you know, in the garage shop wise, or anything that involves you standing for any period of time, and I'm talking 3 or 4 minutes, your gut and your back starts hurting like hell because you're trying to stay upright so much. I take it for nerve pain. That's what mine is. Nerve pain. I had back surgery too back in 01. Yeah, I think she's had 6. So look at us, all of us people talking about her ailments. Maybe that's what I ought to change my channel's name to: Bariatric Stuff and Things, or Pain and Stuff and Things, or something like that. I think a lot of my viewers, well, I'm not going to say a lot, because North Florida is, I think, pretty young, and there's some other young ones in there. But we do have our share of geriatric folks and our share of people with chronic illnesses that have to deal with stuff on a hourly basis, if not daily basis, right? So, hey, but we're on this side of the ground, for lack of a better term. My wife keeps bugging me about a medical EDC. I like that. That's going to be the title of my show next week. I need to remind myself, medical EDC and things. That's a great thing that you just said right there, AZ. I'm going to use that for my title for my live stream next week. So we will do the EDC bag. That's awesome. I love that. Reviews with Dugan. EDC reviews with Dugan's good too. I like that as well. I think that's appropriate. Old farts and old this or something like that. I think that's too funny, guys. I think that would be awesome as well. I bet the channel will go. My Parkinson's channel is doing okay. I'm going to try to break out of the mold on it. Most of them are these young people. It's called young onset Parkinson's, and they deal with people that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe a few in their 50s, but they don't talk about us old effers. You know, the doctor told me, he's like, well, you got Parkinson's, but it takes about 17 years to probably put you in a wheelchair or kill you. So you probably won't outlive it anyway, you know, was his consensus on it. Where these young people are more upbeat and happy about it, and they're dealing with it in a better way in some cases, and they're doing the brain stimulations. And my channel is going to be more about dealing with real life. That you can't take a shit for 3 or 4 days or something like that, or, you know, the other things that go along with Parkinson's that people don't even realize. You know, they relate it to the shaking, which I have that in my left hand. And you'll see it in my videos more so than me holding it here, although it's pretty bad today. It's a hell of a lot more than that. Stuff going on inside your body that's a pain in the ass. And then trying to think about it, I get to be another 10 years older, if God gives me that much time, that trying to cath with Parkinson's, that ought to be a freaking hoot. I swear to goodness. Let's see, I am a senior citizen now. Betty, well, how old are you? I don't think I've ever asked you that question. I'll be 65 on May 18th. That's how it is with the diabetes too. Yeah, but you know, the diabetes, I have the fat man version of it. And you know what that's about. That is, if I don't eat correctly, I have to take the insulin. Why are you sorry, Betty? There's nothing to be sorry for. Nothing at all to be sorry for. I'm not sure what you're saying to me there, hon, but I'm great. But at any rate, if I eat correctly, I don't have to take any insulin at all. And you turned 50. Okay, well, you're young. You're a young chick yet. You got plenty of time on this planet. I'm banking on hopefully getting 10 years. That would be my goal. That's my objective. But I've lost train of thought now where I was going with all that when you started telling me you were sorry, but I'm not sure what you're sorry about. There's nothing to be sorry about. Oh, type 1. Yes, I have several best friends that have type 1s, Robbo and Robo. I can't, how do you pronounce that anyway? But the type 1, oh my God, that's bad. He lost his brother, his niece, his best friend, or one of his best friends, to type 1. Luckily, RoboCop. Okay, Robo. I have type 2, which means if I would stop putting shit in my mouth, eating the inappropriate stuff, I wouldn't have an issue as much. And I can go weeks like that without even taking anything but my long acting at night. The last 3 days though, and I really haven't eaten poorly. I haven't eaten great, but I haven't eaten a lot of quantity or anything like that. I've been dealing with 300 pluses for the last 2 or 3 days, and even this morning, after taking a big swath of insulin, woke up to 285. So it's sometimes I just can't get it under control. So I can fast and not eat or drink a thing, and then in a day or two it's fine. I don't know. I need to behave more, and what kicked it off was I had some Tex-Mex food, and that and Chinese just flat out throw it over the roof. Well, Betty, I appreciate it. I wish the same for you as well. But hey, life's good. I am not complaining. I'm just explaining. I'm not complaining in the least because I'm blessed all the way around. I don't know who's all still in here. If there's any of the new, if there's some new people in here, catch the live streams on Sunday. I hate to keep plugging that for you old guys. You already know about it. 4:45 p.m. and likes. Got to give me likes. I'm trying to be like Fast Knives or Knives Fast, whatever it is. Yeah, sometimes it just does what it wants, but also, ironically, a stress will mess it up. Yes, you're absolutely right about that, Robo. Keep saying that wrong. My sugar was impossible to control. Then I went and paid football in high school. Okay. Well, that's good, I think. There's a person. You seem like a nice person. I hope well. Be blessed more than you expect. Well, I appreciate that, sir. How do you pronounce your name? I got the last name, no problem, but Ghetto, I appreciate you coming in. I'd love to have you come to the live streams on Sunday. That would be awesome. And check out the shorts and some of my long form content. I got to get back to making that. We do pew-pews on this channel, knives. I'm going to try to incorporate some cooking and some stuff like that. You never know what we'll get into. Next Sunday, we're going to talk about medical EDC bags. Not a med kit per se, although that would be part of it. It would be a medical survival kit just for day-to-day, unique to your particular medical needs. So you would build it around what you need it for. Everybody's got something different. You know, it's something I didn't realize when I first started to have to cath back in 2014. I had a disease called hydronephrosis, and I lost the function of my bladder and lost one of my kidneys. It never dawned on me that people that are paralyzed do not have the function to go to the restroom. So most of them are using either straight catheters like myself and dealing with it, and or other methods, and also colostopy bags. So I feel blessed. Well, I appreciate it, man. And if you could subscribe, that would be awesome too. I don't know that I've seen your name yet. I try to go check everybody out that subscribes, but I don't know that YouTube always tells me. Sometimes I'll see that I got a new subscriber and there'll be 4 new ones and I don't realize it. And sometimes on my phone, it lags behind what's on the computer and on my iPad. So the count's always different. Today on the computer, we're showing 85. We get to 1,000, excuse me, I'll be able to do some more things with the channel. And I'm starting to pick up some affiliate links. I've got one that I think I've got up and running now. That was a little bit of a challenge. And I lost the other one to the knife company that asked me, and I'm PO'd about that. I can't remember who it was. And I wish I had that one as well, but I don't, so I got to get over it, right? Well, man, I appreciate anybody that's come in here. I really do. Nice to meet you, by the way, sir. What part of the world do you preside in, Mr. Planet? I am in the United States in northern Florida, myself. Betty's in Ohio. Robo, I don't remember you telling me where you're from, what part of the country you're at. Texas, that's right, you have told me. I'm a dummy. That's right, you've told me Texas. Your weather's similar to ours in some cases, most of the year. Have you had any of the storms near you, or what part of Texas you're in that you're having to deal with that or not? Are you in northern Texas, southern, eastern, west? Where do you preside? A lot of the steel companies that I do business with, the big trading houses, their corporate headquarters are in Texas. AZ, if the name couldn't give it away. Well, I figured AZ meant that. Yeah, I'm in East Texas, a couple hours from Dallas. Okay. So you do see some rain and storms and stuff like that. The hail's been pretty bad over that way, and the tornadoes up further north of you guys in, where was it? Utah, or I don't remember, Arizona maybe? I know they've had a lot through the middle part of the state. It's been a bad problem for people. I feel so bad for those folks. At least maybe they didn't get hurt and they're still alive, and you know, you can recover from losing your belongings, although it's very hard. It's devastating to deal with. I can't even imagine. I see I got some sprouts coming up, guys. I'm going to do a poll Sunday. I'm going to let this go a little bit. I'm pretty much not going to have any farmland up here that's going to populate, but the sides and back will fill in. I'm debating letting it grow out a little bit. Or should I continue to shave it all? That's a stupid question. I'm going to put it out there anyway. What the hell? Starting over is almost impossible in today's economy. Yes, I agree with you. I don't even know how young people do it. My daughter is in her mid-40s. I don't foresee them ever owning a home the rate they're going, but they chose to have a lot of children, so they're blessed that way, I guess, is the way you look at it. And my son has got 3 children, but he just bought his first home about 2 miles from us here in town, so we're excited for that. Pretty home, good sized piece of property and swimming pool. He's very, how can I put it? What's the word I'm looking for? Motivated. He's got his own business and he's self-supporting. So, do you guys have kids? How about you, Betty? Robo? Any of you guys have any kids? Pretty much designed to be impossible for people to actually own land or a house. It's freaking damn hard. I know I bought my first house. I was in my 20s and I never thought I'd own a house. And I've only lived in 2 homes that I've owned. and I moved less than 2 miles apart between them. I lived in the first one with my first wife and built the house with my second wife. What do they call it? My forever home. She's my forever wife. My forever home and my forever wife. No, don't have any kids. Well, you know, in a way that's good too. No kids on your end either? Shoot, man. Little cousins that come over all the time and little knife freaks. Oh, God. I got the kid next door. I had him do things around the house and everything. And he turned out to be a big boy. He's 6'6", 350 pounds. Played football for 6 years for West Florida. He got a full ride. Now he's trying to get in the fire academy. And he's finished college. Furby babies. His sister is not quite as motivated, but I'm going to get her to help me put my new computer up. I can do everything. I know how to do everything. I can't get up off the damn ground anymore with any real ease. It's a pain in the ass. And I need to, today's computers don't need nearly the computers that are underneath there. Between that, my coax cables and all my shit for my ham radio all attached to the computer and everything else is all got to go. It's time for it all to go. And because now you can basically run a computer on a couple USBs and you're done. And that's where I'm heading. I bought myself for my 65th birthday one hell of a nice computer to do my editing on. I don't game so much, and I want to get that integrated. Then I have my work computer that I have a switch box, so it uses the same monitor, mouse, and keyboard. And I don't know how much longer I'm planning on working. I guess I'm going to work until they fire me is my plan. And I won't be upset when they fire me. I'll be ready to go. The income's nice, so that's why I'm sticking in there and doing what I'm doing. And then I've got some other ventures that I'm into. So the ones where I'm trying to get that Rockwell tester to my access so I can start testing these blades. But we're a little bit behind schedule on that. But I think we're going to resolve that hopefully in the next 2 weeks. We finally have a tool and die maker coming aboard. So that will be great for that company. And then I'll have access to borrow their Rockwell tester when they purchase it. So what else do you guys know other than that? I hope your day's going well. What's everybody planning on making for dinner, and what do you got planned for the rest of the day? My goal is to get to my dad's, hang out there at the nursing home with him for an hour or two, then I got to go to my meeting. Dinner's going to be leftovers, some rice and Tex-Mex. I'm killing time waiting on the doctor's. Well, I can relate to that. My wife's in there waiting to be seen as we speak. I dropped her off almost an hour ago. So whether she's gotten in the back yet to get her x-rays or not, I don't know. And she needs to have her, whatever you call it, her cast-like thing rebuilt. She's torn it up. I've been doing all the dishes and cleaning up in the kitchen for her, so she'd have to deal with it. Duco, hey man, how are you doing? Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing well today. I need to do the grocery shopping. Good luck with that. Take yourself a bankroll of money because you're going to need it. God almighty. Guys, I had to stop buying potato chips and shit. All the crap food is expensive as can be. And it's gotten to be the point it's ridiculous. A bag of chips is like, here where I live in Florida, is almost $7 a bag. I can catch them on BOGO once in a blue moon, but that's ridiculous. Betty goes to the doctor tomorrow. Ha, for real. You're going to have to sell a kidney to get groceries. Well, Robo, I've only got one kidney left, so I'm a little hard pressed. I don't think they want the bad one. It's shriveled up and is about the size of my thumbnail or the end of my thumb. It's gone. So I've only got the one to spare. Yours doesn't work, okay? Looks like we're going to stop. I love you guys. It's hilarious. It's stupid. I mean, it's just stupid. I got a weakness. I'm going to tell you guys. And if I'm talking too loud, tell me, because I don't know if the car's picking me up or the phone's picking me up. But at any rate, I am a sucker for those cheese balls at Walmart, the little round ones in the big tall container with the blue lid. It's like my major weakness. And when I first started buying them, and I didn't discover them until about 3 years ago, they were like $2.99 for that big bottle, right? And then I said to my wife, hey, get me a bottle of those, you know, canister or whatever. And she goes, well, now they're like $6. And I'm like, oh my God. So the other day they had a pallet of them by the register, $14 and some change. I said, well, I guess I'm done with the cheese balls. That's not going to be anything I'm going to eat now. Went back a couple days later thinking to myself, you know, that pallet wasn't missing one container. Nobody had bought any. Sure enough, I go back a couple days later, the price was reduced back to about $7. I broke down and bought one, and I put it on top of the refrigerator, and I forgot about it. So I'm excited. I remembered I got the cheesy poofs. And yeah, that's what I call them too, cheesy poofs. And you're going to laugh, guys. I like them stale. So I'll put them in a large plastic bowl and let them sit and percolate while they get stale in the air. That's the favorite way. And then once you get them stale, which is neat, you talk about good, put them on top of tomato soup. Oh, shit. I mean, I'm not talking the cheap tomato soup. The stuff you get the concentrate in the can, you don't dilute it with water. You make it with like a half a can of water to half a can of heavy cream. Or you can do it with milk and cream. But you got to get some cream in there and a little butter. That's why I'm fat. I'm going to tell you, because I know how to cook and know how to make some good food. That's how you make tomato soup awesome. That's some good shit. I don't care who you are. But yeah, I'm glad you reminded me about my cheesy poofs. These cars drive by in this parking garage. I'm on the 3rd floor. And it starts bouncing in the car here. It's hilarious. But yeah, 14 bucks, dude. Cheesy poofs. Believe you me, it's gotten ridiculous. Now, there's a lot in that container. It takes me 2 months to go through that container. And the dogs love them. And my wife gets mad at me because I'm not supposed to give the dogs any of the snack stuff. Those two little guys, they don't have to see it. All they have to do is hear me opening that thing, and they're coming. Running, they want some of that. So I got to behave on that. Looks like we're down to 2 folks. I've bored everybody now. My dogs are ape shit for Cheetos, no, not Cheetos, Cheerios, and vanilla wafers, Nilla wafers. Yeah, I've never tried to give them the wafers, or the Cheerios for that matter. My wife likes to snack on Cheerios, eat them dry. Oh, your dogs too, Betty? We give ours a small greenie every day. We have poodles, which y'all have seen, and I can't wait to show you Sissy again this Sunday. I couldn't catch her last week. I shaved her completely down, had the groomers take her completely down. So she's got her summer cut, and she was not happy with me. She looks like a Chihuahua, not a poodle. It's hilarious. I'm telling you right now, dogs are our life right now. They're our kids. We're debating doing some traveling and maybe looking at getting a motorhome and The reason we want to go that route is to take the dogs with us. Yeah, ours are too, Betty. Spoiled rotten. I think we're going to rent one first to see if we can actually pull it off with our handicaps. That's going to be the thing. And then, you know, it's sad when you're geriatric with problems. We were laughing the other night talking about it. We're going to have to plan our trips around the medicine refills. Because otherwise, you know, we can't be gone longer. Well, I get some 3-month stuff. I don't know what her, you know, her pain medicine, I think, is monthly. They can't do it any quicker. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but we'll see if we can even pull it off. I think we can, but I get tired pretty easy. But if I sit down for 5 minutes, I'm fine and ready to go again. But we'll see what happens with all that. Man, I'm hairy everywhere. I guess I need to go see the barber and get cleaned up. Well, Betty, how's your husband doing? I meant to ask you that earlier on in the conversation. And I think I'm going to cut this off at an hour because I don't want to. I didn't look at the calendar to see if I'm screwing with anybody's lives. I tried to stay out of the Big Red's live yesterday, EDC, and he came on later in the car, I think about the time I was already going, and I watched his stream last night, and rule number 9 was in there. Some of the regulars are on ours. I'm trying not to be like KC and be on here every 5 minutes. Well, that's good. I'm glad he's doing well. I do want to, you know, build the channel, and these verticals are what YouTube's after now, which it's so confining. You know, you can't really, like when you're doing knife stuff, you got to hold everything vertically instead of this way. He's another subscriber to the channel. He's in here usually every week. Robo. I don't know much about him. I should know more than I do. Betty might be able to enlighten you because I know that she talks with him, but he's been around a while. He's been around quite a bit. I don't know if he has a channel or not. Oh, I don't know. Is it? What is rule number 9? Enlighten me, because I'm a dummy when it comes to that kind of stuff. Always carry a knife. Yes. Rule number 9. Is there like a rule book I should buy that I don't know about? I know what the 10 Commandments are pretty good, but rule number 9, you've seen him in the streams. He was asking, you know, not about being the person, but what's it mean? And I don't have any idea. I should probably look, I can Google that and see maybe. Google and I haven't been getting along lately. I have asked it to spell a couple things for me, and instead of spelling them, they just tell me where to go look for it. Maybe it's a book of man codes we're missing out on. Look, this is my man code at this point in my life, is happy wife, happy life. It's taken me 65 years to realize that. I think that's the rule I'm after. We need details here, AZ. Always carry a knife. I carry a pew-pew. If you caught my short yesterday, it shows my newest concealed carry. It's a Smith & Wesson 9mm M&P Shield Plus. It's pretty sweet with a Holosun red dot on it. So rule number 9 means always carry a knife. Okay. Where did that come from? Is that just a saying? It's like, who was it? They pay tribute to a gentleman that's died in the knife community, and they use his number. They always say his number 1213 or 312 or something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, but where doesn't the rule come from? Okay. I don't know where it comes from. No idea. You guys would know more than me. I'm dying to get some of you real knife guys on the channel because I'm struggling. I can't remember names. I've been fortunate I've only cut myself a few times. You asked me about pew-pews, I can help you out like crazy. Unfortunately, I can't show or hold them. Well, I can't hold them. I think I can show them on a live, but Rambo code. Oh, goodness. I like the Crocodile Dundee movie where they walk in the streets of New York. Guy jumps out with a knife and he says, "You call that a knife?" as he pulls out a big Bowie knife about 1.5 feet long. Didn't take long for that guy to turn tail and run. I watched, what was it called last night? The Equalizer 3. I like that movie a lot. I watched 1 and 2, never seen 3 until last night. Denzel Washington, I think, is the actor in that. He's getting up in age. He's kind of like the guy that plays Kanye Reed. Is that how you say it? He's in his 50s doing all that crazy stuff in those movies. I'm not real up on the names of the movies. Robo, I don't know what that says. Ats Shant A. I have no clue. I have trouble reading as it is without knowing what that whole bunch of stuff is. Guys, we're down to the 2 of y'all. I'm going to wrap it up, I think. Hopefully this will get some views and maybe I'm fishing here, you know, for new subscribers too. Hopefully the gentleman that showed up earlier, Reed, it's not a knife with an Australian accent. I got you. I get it now. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Hopefully you'll take part in the stream. That would be awesome. You know what we're going to be doing and putting together. And again, thanks for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. Thanks a mil.